Hey again. So I wanted to talk a little bit about my experience with somatic work and how it's really helped me so far. I've been doing somatic work, and I want to also mention, like, somatic work, what is it? Um, it's kind of like grounding, in a sense, is a part of somatic work. So really what somatic work is all about is getting in touch with the felt sense of your body again. And this is something that's really common with trauma, is that we can disconnect from this like felt sense, almost like a nervous system connection, but just not having as much like energetic connection to what's happening in our body. We're more like our energy is all in our head. So grounding really helps to pull that energy down. And so that's what I'm talking about, like with somatic work. Part of it is grounding, but another part is like somatic experiencing, and there's a lot of like techniques and skills and things to learn about somatic experiencing. But the overarching idea is that you're connecting to your body again. And for a long time, I didn't even know that I was actually like disconnected from my body. So this is something that took me many, many years to really understand, and I didn't really understand why people would say, like, you need to get out of your head, you need to be more grounded. I didn't really understand what that meant, and now years later I can see, after having done a lot of this work, like, wow, there is a huge difference. And now that I'm able to really connect to that felt sense within my body, it has changed so much for me, in a number of different ways. One being able to regulate a lot of my emotions better, and regulate the anxiety levels. And what happens with like trauma, and the reason that with trauma you end up like bring your energy up into your head is that it feels like unsafe to be in your body. And I think this is probably more my theory, is that there's it feels very uncomfortable in your body because you've got a lot of trapped energy in there, and that's where all the anxiety is stored. So it actually feels a little bit better to like kind of reside most of your attention in your head, in your thoughts, rather than what's actually happening in your body. And as I've been reconnecting to my body, it's allowing my body to kind of like recalibrate and adjust and release a lot of that anxiety. Whereas in the past, a lot of the cognitive approaches that I've taken to try to deal with my anxiety have not really been sufficient. So that's one thing, is that it has allowed me to regulate that anxiety. It's also allowed me to kind of like feel the full range of emotion more fully. So the downside of like, kind of being in your head all the time, even though you're escaping a lot of the unpleasant anxiety and other feelings, you're also disconnecting from like the good feelings. So all of the positive emotions you're disconnecting from. And as I've reconnected, I've been able to like feel fully those positive feelings. And I think that that helps. Like, I think for a long time I was wondering why I felt kind of numb. And so this is something that I think is probably pretty common for people who like tend to feel numb and not feeling emotions as strongly, is that they are kind of disconnected from their body. So so that's another thing. Another thing that's a little bit more esoteric is that it allows you to kind of like connect a little bit more to the feminine energy. And And it's kind of esoteric in that the more that you have like your attention on your body rather than like all in your head, as you bring your attention and your energy into your body, this is a more feminine energy. Being up in your head, that is actually more of a masculine energy, and being in your body and feeling your feelings is a more feminine energy. And it also attracts, like if your energy is your life force, and if you're bringing it down into your body, it attracts from a feminine perspective. So that life force is attracting energy. So I think that there are more deeper layers to that attraction that's also happening, just manifesting anything in general. It helps to have more life force within your body. But I've just noticed that for sure, whenever I have my attention down in my body as opposed to in my head, people pay attention and people are more drawn to me. And I think that this is because I have more life force in my body. Life force is attracted to life force. And so this is definitely clear to me after probably, I don't know, I've done at least 6 months of like very intense somatic work, and a lot of like, you know, here and there before that. But it's very clear to me at this point that having the life force, more life force in my body, the more I connect to my body, the more I have life force energy in my body, and this creates more attraction. People like it, animals like it. It's very, very strange, but it's definitely, I can say, it's true at this point. So anyway, that's just a few thoughts that I have, and I want to share how this has really helped me. Felt inspired to share about this topic because it really has changed a lot for me, and I really think that somatic work is very beneficial, and more people should look into it. So hope this helps. All right, see ya.